And Jim, why don't we talk about the AEW Dynamite ratings? Let me pull them up here. Well, here they are, Jim, the AEW Dynamite ratings. AEW Dynamite, July 24th on TBS, 8 to 10:07 p.m. On average, 786,000 viewers.
So they lost 10,000 people from last week to come in to watch their ultimate bloody gutty match.
Last
That's
week,
what was it, 795 or whatever?
795 was last week, so 1%.
Well, I mean, maybe if they advertised that they were going to literally pour molten lava on a motherfucker who was strapped down in the ring, they could get back up over 800,000.
The key demo versus last week, 18 to 49-year-old males, down 4% to 0.27. But let's go now. These are compiled by WrestleNomics, the quarterly hour breakdown. Quarter 1, 8 to 8:15 p.m. The Will Ospreay backstage angle, a.k.a. him and Marvez playing in the parking lot. The MJF Live promo and Will Ospreay's return. The Elite, Christopher Daniels backstage angle. 864,000 viewers. And 388 in the key demo, the high point on both counts.
Well, there you go. The old story, they got an audience. Where do they go from here? Can they keep them?
We go to quarter 2, 8:15, 8:30 p.m. Chris Jericho versus Minoru Suzuki.
Ooh, boy, this was a bad one to put in that place.
With picture-in-picture ads. 768,000 viewers.
Wow, so 96,000 people just said, see you later, pal. Sayonara, Suzuki.
Well, again, as we've said before, quarter 2 sometimes is the true number. But we go now to quarter 3, 8:30 to 8:45 p.m. The continuation of Jericho versus Suzuki. The post-match with the Learning Tree. I guess that's the name of his faction?
Yes.
As well as his interview
and all of his branches.
So wait, he's the Learning Tree, his faction is the Learning Tree, and his interview segment is the Learning Tree?
Yeah, well, a trademark.
Shibata getting involved.
Shipoopy.
Enough of that. Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander's backstage angle with Stokely Hathaway. An ad break. The Jeff Jarrett pep talk to Bryan Danielson. And the start of Hikaru Shida versus Britt Baker. 778,000 viewers.
Good Lord, there was a lot of landmines in there, and they managed to gain 10,000. That's surprising.
Well, we go now to quarter 4, 8:45 to 9 p.m. Shida versus Baker continued. The post-match with Mercedes Moné and Camille. The Patriarchy interview and confrontation with Kip Sabian. 750,000 viewers.
So they lost 28,000. They started at 864 for the hour. They end the hour at 750. That's not as bad as it has been in the past. They're sticking around trying to wait this thing out to see this match, I guess.
Well, we go now to the big 9 o'clock hour, quarter 5, 9 to 9:15 p.m. Pac versus Boulder.
Oh, boy.
The Team AEW backstage promo. Mariah May versus Caitlin Alexis, who got dropkicked right in the face. I don't know if you saw that. And the post-match with Toni Storm. A Blood and Guts video. And an ad break. 732,000 viewers.
And again, they've done a lot worse. And with that match, it appears that a good portion of their audience is going to try to stick around and see this thing.
Well, we go now to quarter 6, 9:15 and 9:30 p.m. The start of Blood and Guts with picture-in-picture. The Elite versus Team AEW. 758,000 viewers.
Yeah, so they've gone 768, 778, 750, 732, 758. So they're hanging around for the people who like that kind of thing. That's the kind of thing those people like.
Well, they liked it into quarter 7, 9:30 to 9:45 p.m. The continuation, once again, Team AEW versus the Elite with picture-in-picture ads. 811,000 viewers.
Whoa! Well, son of a gun, wouldn't you know who won the pony?
Dusty.
But now, wait a minute.
He came up with the concept. Dusty won the pony.
Now that I'm looking at their overall number, they almost have to go downhill from here. They should have done a better average.
Well, we go now to quarter 8. I remind you, we have an overrun. 9:45 to 10 p.m. Once again, the Elite versus Team AEW with 2 times of picture-in-picture. 801,000 viewers. 6-minute overrun, 10 to 10:06 p.m. 853,000 viewers.
Okay, well, again, the overrun, we usually take it. There's the 52,000 people in total that we're going to try to watch Modern Family.
Listen, if you start with quarter 2 and you end at quarter 8 like we've traditionally done, it's a very small range of people coming and going. 768, quarter 2, 801, quarter 7, or quarter 8, actually, me.
Yeah, is this the first time that they have done, that I can ever remember, doing a higher viewership in quarter 8 than in quarter 2? When have they ever started higher than or when have they ever finished higher than they started? And I know they started here at 864, but that's the Big Bang leftovers.
And again, the president spoke at 8 o'clock. A lot of things happening. It definitely goes above the trend line for 90 days. It does not usually do this, to answer your question. And the same thing with the key demo. The key demo went up at the end of the show for the match. So whatever you want to say about the ineptness of the Elite and how not over they are, you have to think this concept, this kind of match on TV is.
Well, yeah.
At least to this amount of people, 800,000 people.
It's an advertised car wreck. But then the problem becomes, what do you top it with? And if they do it again, they did the same thing last time when they have the anarchy in the arena or football field fuckery or whatever. Yeah, they'll pop a number for that, but then they come back in ever increasingly smaller increments. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. And this is going to be normal. And then what do?
What does someone at the network think if they watched anything during this match? Again, there used to be a fear with wrestling, specifically WWE, but eventually in the 90s, it affected everyone. Forget advertiser friendly. You didn't want to do things that you would have to later clarify kids should not try.
Yeah.
That staple gun spot where they're all surrounding Swerve and staple gunning him. You know, I don't know. I thought that was kind of a step too far during this match, to me.
But it doesn't bother me in that way. It bothers me as a professional in the wrestling industry, but it doesn't bother me in that way because I don't think kids are this stupid.
Well, plus kids aren't watching. Again, it's a different world now than at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning. But still, again, talking about what the network would see, the scissor spot with Jack Perry.
I don't know why this whole program wasn't fucking kiboshed when they went from the pizza cutter from the bank-addicted drug robber to the domino spot. I don't see why that wasn't the end of it. But now, with audiences dwindling for everything, TV network standards have loosened because they'll put up with more to get an audience because it's like, Trump normalized being batshit crazy and lying out your fucking ass in every time you open your mouth until the point where people don't notice it as much. And it's the same thing. People are willing to let this shit go by because their audiences are all dwindling. But no, this wouldn't have flown anywhere in television history up until now. When they started chanting, "Shut the fuck up," instead of bleeping the fuck, I have a feeling that USA 20 years ago would have said, we'll start taping your program or you can go on down the road. But now they put up with shit like that. Anyway, well, there was the ratings.